My next fight will be January 20th. It's a Friday night instead of Saturday, so it's a Friday night in Nashville, Tennessee. It's actually the first UFC on FX. So the main event is Melvin Guillard versus Jim Miller. It's a very good main event. I'm actually on the undercard against Jorge Rivera, and we'll actually be on Fuel TV. So check your cable. Make sure you go to Fuel TV first for the undercard. Me and Jorge will probably be one of the later fights on the undercard, so keep an eye out for that. I'm actually a big fan of Jorge. He's obviously been fighting a long time. He's got over like a dozen UFC fights. He was on the Comeback show on Ultimate Fighter 4, so he's definitely a veteran of the sport. Actually a fighter who's older than me, which is unique, so we're going to be two old dogs fighting in there. Obviously, he's a very good boxer. He's got heavy hands. Luckily, I've got a good shin. Definitely working my footwork a lot after my last fight. He also is pretty good on the ground. He's pretty solid. Last time I checked, he had a purple belt. So he's definitely knows his stuff on the ground too. So it's going to be a tough fight on the feet or on the ground. So I'm ready for everything. He's definitely getting older, so he's got some tricks up his sleeve. He's a little more of a veteran. So I don't have to worry so much about blazing speed and movement over, he's much more tricky. That's what I got to worry about, getting caught in his tricks, watch his overhand right, and a few other things he's very good at. So we've been watching a lot of game footage, and we've been game planning just for Jorge.
Tennessee. So we went down to Nashville to the Grand Ole Opry. Said I'm gonna get on the open bike and I'm bound to ride. I'm gonna leave this town till you decide which one you want the most popular stars of me. Milwaukee, here I come from Nashville, Tennessee. Well, I was watching TV and Pearl was talking loud. I said that's the girl for me, all over there's no doubt. But I'm gonna get on the ultra bike, see what I can find. If I can't find her, I'll step up and climb. Said I'm gonna get on the ultra bike and I'm bound to ride. I'm gonna leave this town till you decide which one you want the most popular stars of me. Milwaukee, here I come from Nashville, Tennessee. I might get all drunk up and go trading for a rose. But one thing that I know, sir, is always the blue. There ain't no way to get drunk enough to keep from loving you. Said I'm gonna get on the old dirt bike and I'm bound to ride. I'm gonna leave this town till you decide which one you want the most popular stars of me. Milwaukee, here I go from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm gonna get on the old dirt bike and I'm bound to ride. I'm gonna leave this town till you decide which one you want the most popular stars of me. Milwaukee, here I come from Nashville, Tennessee. I said Milwaukee, here I come from Nashville, Tennessee.
This camp, we did it here in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, here at the Red Schafer MMA gym. We got a lot of great guys. A lot of my old training partners, a lot of big guys, 205ers. 200-pound guys, so we're got some strikers we brought in especially because Jorge is such a good boxer. Definitely been helping me out. Got a lot of guys with good hands, good kickboxing, good boxing. We got the whole Rebel Alliance. We've got some other gyms that help me out a lot, so we've got a pretty good group of guys that have put in some hours on the mat with me. So we got wrestlers, strikers, jiu-jitsu guys, a lot of good conditioning too, and the coaches here. Scott Seavright, Adric, Carl, all my Tony Center, Chris Center, my wrestling coaches, they've all been watching each individual aspect of the sport and what Jorge does well, what he does poorly, and we've been game planning. So I've got a really good support system here, and Much better than my last camp, just because my last camp was 2 fights in a row. I was a little bit burnt out. I had a good, nice 2 months off in between this fight, so this camp is much better. So we're definitely peaking at the right time this time. We're not burnt out. No injuries, knock on wood, and we're ready to go in 2 weeks.